Hello, Nazanin here, lead analyst for Byte-Line. Today, we're going to travel into the data and see what the evidence truly reveals. The question isn't just if AI will change the job market, but how, and more importantly, who stands to gain and who might be left behind. To really get a sense of the sheer scale of this change, let's start with just one number. This one's from McKinsey. By 2030, they project that AI could pump an extra $13 trillion into the global economy. Now, this isn't some minor shift we're talking about. It's a complete realignment of how everything works. My mission here at ByteLine is to cut through the headlines and use hard data like this to give you a clear, unbiased picture of what your future career actually looks like.
Whenever a change this massive comes along, it always creates two things: huge disruption and incredible opportunity. That part's nothing new. The key from a purely analytical view is to really understand the forces at play so that you can position yourself to ride that wave instead of being swept away by it.
So, here's our game plan for today. First, we're going to map out this new AI economy. Then, we'll dig into the jobs that are truly facing automation. After that, we'll look at the exciting high-value roles that are popping up because of all this disruption. And finally, we'll wrap up with a toolkit, a real strategy to help you future-proof your career. Ready? Let's get into the analysis. Make no mistake, we are in the very early days of a fundamental rewiring of the entire global workforce. This goes way beyond just some new software. We're talking about a whole new way of creating value and, well, a whole new way of working. A major report from the World Economic Forum actually shows two big trends happening at the same time. First, the displacement of about 92 million jobs. That's the number that grabs all the headlines, right? But here's the other side of the story. The data also shows the creation of 170 million brand new roles. So the key takeaway is we're actually looking at a net gain. The evidence isn't pointing to a future with no jobs, it's pointing to a future with different jobs. Okay, so let's drill down into that displacement number. Which jobs are really the most vulnerable? We have to pay close attention here because for the first time, the tasks being automated aren't just manual labor anymore. They're cognitive. They're thinking tasks. First on the list are rules that are all about processing huge volumes of structured data. We're talking about things like data entry, sorting information, and reconciliation, jobs that are all about precision and doing the same thing over and over again. And the number here, from a Pearson analysis, is pretty significant: 46%. 46% of the time spent on these tasks can be automated. Why? Because AI is just plain better and faster at the core of this job. It's brilliant at spotting patterns and following rules-based work. Next up, we're seeing a big impact on roles that are centered around creating and formatting documents. Think about it. These tasks tend to follow really predictable patterns and templates, which, of course, makes them perfect candidates for automation. And once again, the data tells a stark story. 40% of the time spent on these tasks can be automated. I mean, just think about it. Drafting a standard email or summarizing a long report, a generative AI can do that in seconds now. And the trend just keeps going. Administrative and secretarial jobs, they often involve scheduling, managing emails, organizing information. All of these are absolutely critical functions, but they're also highly, highly susceptible to automation. AI-powered assistants are already capable of handling 38% of this workload. That means a huge chunk of things like scheduling meetings, sorting through inboxes, and pulling up information is being handed over to software, and that directly cuts down on the need for a human to do it. Now, this next one might actually surprise a few of you. We're seeing roles that involve direct transactional sales being affected. We're talking about pretty routine customer interactions, managing inventory, and processing payments. Right now, about 30% of the time spent on these sales tasks can be automated. And you're already seeing this out in the real world. Think about self-checkout machines or those incredibly smart e-commerce websites that handle the entire sale without any human intervention. And for our last example in this section, we see that even highly skilled professions, jobs that require a college degree, are not immune. Now, high-level strategic financial advice, that's still very much a human thing. But the core tasks, things like auditing, running compliance checks, and creating financial reports, those are being automated. The number here is 28%, but the really crucial takeaway from all these examples is this. If a task involves predictable patterns or processing structured data, it doesn't matter if it's in accounting, sales, or admin, it is now officially in the automation zone. This conclusion from the McKinsey Global Institute really just summarizes the data perfectly. The future isn't jobless, but the transition, is going to require some serious adaptation. Analyzing all this data took hours. If you're finding this level of detail valuable, please support our work by liking this video. Okay, now let's pivot and look at where all the opportunity is. So let's look at the other side of this equation. Because for every single task that gets automated, a new need is born. Usually, it's for someone to build or manage or even direct the automation itself. And this is exactly where the high-value, high-income jobs of the next decade are being created right now. I mean, just look at the sheer earning potential we're talking about with these new roles. An AI or machine learning specialist, these are the architects building the systems, can command salaries well over $200,000. Big data specialists, the ones who can actually make sense of all the data AI needs, are in crazy high demand. But the most interesting point in the data is this new role, the prompt engineer. This is a hybrid role. It's a mix of language skills, logic, and creativity, all to communicate effectively with AI models. People are calling them AI whisperers, and top talent is already making over $300,000. That just shows you how much the market needs these human AI translators. So what's the strategic path forward for you? The data really suggests that the best strategy isn't to try and compete against AI, but to figure out how to collaborate with it. This is your personal roadmap for adapting and, more importantly, thriving. First, we need to get two key concepts straight, and these are based on frameworks from IBM. Upskilling is all about adding skills to your current job, like an accountant learning to use AI for better data analysis. Reskilling is a much bigger pivot. It's about learning a whole new set of skills for a completely different job, like that word processor we talked about retraining to become a prompt engineer. Both of these are going to be absolutely essential. So here it is, your three-step, evidence-based plan. Number 1, focus on the skills that AI just can't replicate. We're talking about creativity, critical thinking, complex problem-solving, and emotional intelligence. Number 2, you have to accept that lifelong learning is the new baseline. It's how you stay relevant. And number 3, you have got to learn how to collaborate with AI, to treat it as a powerful tool that makes you even better at what you do. This matrix right here shows us the sweet spot for future-proof careers. The most valuable jobs are going to be the ones that combine high levels of creativity with a high need for human validation and judgment. This is the zone where you use AI as your powerful assistant, maybe to brainstorm ideas or analyze data. But the final strategic call, the ethical oversight, the creative direction, that all comes from you. This massive technological shift, it's not something that's just happening to us. It's a tool. And its real impact will be decided by how we choose to use it. So, which new skill set do you think is the most crucial for the coming decade? Let me know your analysis down in the comments. And for a deeper dive into the economics of automation, you should watch our explainer on Moore's Law. You can find links to all the reports from today's analysis in our Telegram channel. Today, we're going to travel into the data and see what the evidence truly reveals.